So in this section, we are going to build a hello world bot, and this section is just to show how easy it is to build chat flows, right? So what I'll do is I'll click on create a new bot flow. As soon as I do that, it's going to give me the basic configuration. We are going to name this as hello world bot. Description is optional. Session time is anything. We can give it how long the chat would be active for. Session would be active, that's 300 seconds. Invalid input as I give it as 2. And re-utter message is the so then when the user enters and then back, right? Okay. Terminate messages if there is an abnormal termination of the chat flow, be it session time, if the session time is elapsed and the user does not respond back, or if the user enters invalid input continuously 2 times, right? I reset the channel as WhatsApp, and that's about it. I save it, and as soon as I do that, I'm given with an option of a start input. So this is called a canvas. So start input. What's a start input? Start input is the first input type which helps the chat flow to be triggered. So what's the entry point of a chat flow? A start input. So if I want to a chat flow to be triggered, it is through start input. So I click on this. So you'll see different types of input. So I have keyword, intent, pattern match, and multimedia. I'm going to cover that in later section, but just to give an overview, keyword is rule based. Basically, there should be an exact match. Let's suppose in this case, I say if the user says hi or hello, in that case, trigger this flow. Anything else other than this flow won't be triggered. What about intent? Intent is more like an NLP based. What is NLP? Natural language processing. So this is making use of AI. So if the users enter instead of hello, hey, even if we have trained the bot enough, the NLP intent enough, it's going to trigger this chat flow, right? So this uses AI/ML. What is a pattern match? Pattern match is mainly a regular expression. Regular expressions like any phone number. So what does a phone number mean? Phone number means if the user enters a phone number, then trigger this chat flow. Pin code means if the user enters a pin code, and then trigger this chat flow. Or email or range. Range is basically integer. If the user enters a range of numbers, then trigger this chat flow. So on and so forth, right? So what is multimedia? Multimedia is type of message, right? If the user does a text reply, then trigger a chat flow. If the user sends an image, trigger this chat flow. If the user sends a WhatsApp location, then trigger the chat flow. So as you can see, there are different types of inputs. For now, we cover just a keyword one. We save this and we just go here. And we have it as a text reply. Enters hi, then respond with a text reply. So I say if the user says hi, respond as hello world. Okay. And there's something called delay in second. What is delay in second? Delay is how long before the response has to be sent. So this is helpful when there are multiple messages being sent. So when I say hi, I may want to send hello world, and 5 seconds later I may want to say how may I help you. So in that case, I can time the messages that are being sent to the user. So in this case, we'll set it as 0 immediately. As soon as I get hi, I'm going to send a chatbot response. I do this, save, and then we are going to have it ended with an exit chat. Why exit chat? Exit chat is required for a normal termination of a chat flow, right? So normal completion of a chat flow is through exit chat. So this is not going to trigger the termination message. However, if it's an abnormal termination of the chat flow, in that case, it's going to trigger the termination message that we had set in the configuration. So the abnormal termination of the chat flow is possible in two ways. One, if the user enters invalid input in number of times that we have set in the configuration, in this case 2, or if the user sends a message, a session is active, but the user does not complete the entire journey, right? And in that case, in this case, it's 300 seconds, which is 5 minutes. If the user does not respond for 5 minutes, then the termination message would appear, right? So in this case, we do this, we publish this chat flow, right? We set it as a main flow. Why main flow? Main flow ensures that this is the first chat flow that would be checked whether the input matches. So if let's suppose if there is a start input with high keyword in a subflow, in that case, still this chat flow would be the first that would be predicted. So what I do, I just go here, I say hi. In this case, what is the response that I'll be expecting? Hello world, right? Right, perfect. So we just see how this works, right? I say hi, hello world is responded. So building chat flow is that easy, right? And in our upcoming section, we are going to cover the other areas and how to use the chat flow, chatbot builder, and basically build complex flows. So let's catch up in the next section. Thank you.